What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Juice Reacts video. In today's video, we're going to be doing part 2 of our 3-part series of reacting to this hour-long every single Warhammer 40k faction explained, part 1. So yeah, this is the second part. We're going to jump right into this. This is about to be, we're about to start talking about the Space Marines, as Bricky put it in this video. So yeah, if you haven't seen episode 1, definitely go check that out. I posted it last week. And yeah, we're continuing part 2 right now. So I feel like this is where I have a little bit of knowledge.
Death are up next. Space Marines are genetically engineered super soldiers and superhumans. They're given extra organs. Their skin tissue is toughened. Their bones are stronger. They're taller than the average person.
Yeah,
they're pretty massive people. And these are the specialized super soldiers that carry out a lot of the more specific tasks for the Imperium. And there's tons of legions of them.
Yeah,
in fact, there's one per Primarch. Each Primarch, the Emperor's son, as I mentioned before, oversees their legion of Space Marines. The genetic upgrade they get is based on the genes of said Primarch. It's something called a gene seed. That's what brings them up to this like superhuman level. As stated, each Primarch has their own legion. Robot Girly Man has the Ultramarines. Jagatai Khan has the White Scars. Rogel Dorn has the Imperial Fists. Corvus Corax has the Raven Guard. And there's a whole bunch of other side sections that are also extremely interesting and have a little more of a twist on the average Space Marines, which we will discuss.
People told me that.
Humorously enough, I don't have a whole lot to say about Space Marines. They're superhumanly fast. In fact, it's been said that nothing that large should move that quick. These men in power armor moving at blazing fast speeds. Their reflexes are faster. Their skin is tougher. They are overall just extremely powerful soldiers.
I've seen a lot of that.
Where they differ comes down to which Space Marine Legion we're talking about. For instance, the Ultramarines done by Robot Gilliman are the main blue boys, strong in almost every way, the jack of all trades kind of group that are a little bit too strong, and that's a lore problem, but the White Scars by Jagatai Khan are all about speed freaks, go fast. We're talking attack bikes, we're talking land speeders. You want to go in quick, you want to hit them hard, you want them to be swarming around like buzzflies. Buzzsaws.
Buzzflies?
The speed of buzzsaws.
Buzzflies.
Fuck you, Pale King. Salamanders love fire. Fire in the forge, fire in battle, flamers, melter guns, multi-meltas. Just so long as something can be burning, that's big. And they're also actually some of the nicest of the Space Marines. A lot of Space Marines have this kind of like holier-than-thou thing because of their genetic strength. However, the Salamanders tend to put human lives above the lives of themselves, which is actually rather rare. They're also all black, but not like just regular black, like 2 a.m. line at a White Castle black. Like they have a charcoal, dark, ashy exterior and blazing red eyes. Apparently something about living on their home planet of Nocturne, which I don't know if that makes much sense, but who cares? This is like fantasy land anyway. Overall, Salamanders are actually one of my personal favorite legions because they're just really cool. They're fun to play as because of all their flamer weapons, and they have a nice, like, more heartwarming lore as opposed to being super evil like everyone else is. Oh my god, we're not even a quarter of the way through the Space Marine Legions. Imperial Fists believe in the power of the siege and defensive positions. Raven Guards, master of stealth and sabotage while having bird helmets. Iron Hands, masters of machines and vehicles while being really goddamn good at being sold on eBay after one nerf. Space Wolves, Vikings and wolves and tons of wolves.
I want to hear more about those guys.
Axes, battle axes, fur everywhere. Space Wolves, angry, big teeth, Blood Angels, the genetic defect to make them want to drink blood and go crazy, called the Red Thirst. They have Cupid wings and stuff, which is a little bit strange, and they are all super gay for Sanguinius. Dark Angels are old school knights and inner circle theme, and
they're super gay.
Are you a heretic?
Me? No, never. Once in a blue moon, I know.
Death Watch, a fancy anti-Xenos group that nobody plays because Death Watch, and they look cool though, but no one plays them. I don't know about that.
Why does nobody play them?
They're there though. Black Templars, for the people who, if you haven't prayed at least 3 times a day, you're going to start praying out that airlock. And I'm sure there's some other chapters I may have missed as well, like Crimson Fist and stuff, but those are the main ones right here. Here, quote from the Emperor himself. They shall be my finest warriors, these men who give of themselves to me. Like clay I shall mold them, and in the furnace of war I shall forge them. They shall be of iron will and steely sinew. In great armor I shall clad them, and with the mightiest weapons shall they be armed. They will be untouched by plague or disease. No
I want to know more about just those.
They shall have such tactics, strategies, and
Maybe
machines that no foe will best them in battle. They are my bulwark against the terror. They are my defenders of humanity. They are my Space Marines, and they shall know no fear. And on the tabletop, they fuck. Oh, they hard. As of making this video, Space Marines are laughably strong. That might change at some point, but overall, Space Marines just have it's like a Swiss Army knife, a tool for anything you need, except it's like a gold-plated Swiss Army knife. It is extremely strong. If you are actually getting into the tabletop of Warhammer, Space Marines are a great start. Also, whatever gameplay style you have, whether you want to be sit back with long range and heavy weaponry, go fast and run in, or even just full melee, all of these options are totally there for you. Space Marines are super badass, but unfortunately, it's time we start praying to our new god, the 2011 Honda Civic.
So is it no wonder people are afraid of technology?
I don't know if I've ever seen these guys.
The Adeptus Mechanicus. The Adeptus Mechanicus are a technophile cult on Mars. Now, these people are a little bit weird because they don't actually really believe in the Emperor of Mankind. And you might think, oh, whoa, Bricky, that sounds like some heresy. A little bit. They believe in the Emperor, they believe in his power, but they don't pray to him. They pray to something called the Omnissiah. And the Omnissiah is this kind of machine god that they believe permeates in all machines. And if you think, well, wait a minute, they believe in a different god as well? That sounds like super heresy. Well, yes-ish, but they also make all your guns, and they make all your tanks, and they make everything that you have.
So they could destroy you.
So you can't really tell them to fuck off because you're not going to win nothing if you don't got stuff to shoot people with. See, their Omnissiah at least makes sense from their standpoint. They believe it to be a deity that permeates through all machines. Your Honda Civic, your standard bolt gun, your Dune Strider Walker, your giant mechs, your huge ships. The Omnissiah is present through all. And the only reason your stuff works is because the machine's spirit in it says it works. If you want your gun to work, your tank to run, you must pray to it. And I mean full stop. You need to start chanting in high Gothic. You need to burn incense.
High Gothic?
You need to sit on your knees and pray to that car. You need to rub oil on your robes, and you need to go, ahomina, homina, 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 homina. Full stop. If you want your damn thing to work, if you want your gun to fire, you need to do that. They are very bizarre, and they actually have a bit of a point, because it's obviously working. And if you look at them,
I want to see them in
battle. I don't know how that works. So they obviously know something about what they're doing. The most notable member of the Adeptus Mechanicus is Archmagos, whatever, Belisarius Call. Look at it.
The names are so difficult to remember, in my opinion.
This is the group we're talking about. These are these weirdos. Here, the Omnissian Creed. The credo, Omnissiah. There is no truth in flesh, only betrayal. There is no strength in flesh, only weakness. There is no constancy in flesh, only decay. There is no certainty in flesh.
Omnissiah?
Flesh is weakness. Flesh is death.
Omnissiah?
The Omnissiah is the god of the machines, and if you wish to be whole, if you wish to be holy, if you wish to give unto him, you must saw down your limbs and remove your organs and replace them with mechanical parts, because that is what he wants, and that is how you will become enlightened. Hard technophiles mixed with religious extremism.
They look dope, though.
Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, for their army side of things, they are with the
Mechanicus?
The Scutari operate with very bizarre weaponry and lots of different kinds of vehicles, tanks, and different people in between. They're very weird, but they have extremely wacky and enjoyable, and in fact quite effective both in the real game and in the lore, weaponry and gear. Overall, as an army on the tabletop, they're very weird and have a whole bunch of different shenanigans, but if you like kind of that quirky, wacky techno thing, I'd give them a pickup. Hell, They're so paranoid. I gotta keep going. They're so paranoid and crazy. These Dune Striders you see right here, one guy was able to make them work. One guy, and he died. And they're so scared they'll never work again that they keep them on and they never turn them off, and they run around in a circle the whole time until they need them and they corral it and they go into battle. Yep. The Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, if you want to talk about
Adeptus Mechanicus.
Let's talk about the Sisters of Battle.
Yeah!
A simp has fallen for an eagle in Lego City.
The
Sisters of Battle of the Adeptus Sororitas, if that's how I pronounce it correctly, is an all-female group of battle sisters
going
through
awesome.
the ecclesiarchy section of the Imperium. The ecclesiarchy is, of course, the church. This is, imagine a private army of the church.
Nuns.
Which is scary. And it is. The sisters are an extremely zealotous force, and they take this to a full extreme. They believe in three main things.
They look cool.
Faith, martyrdom, and fire. Through the bolter, the flamer, and the melta, the Sisters of Battle are extremely potent at taking out chaos and heretics. Mainly heretics, because as they are a fighting section of the ecclesiarchy church, that's the big thing they want to kill. Any form of heretic will face the Emperor's justice through those three main weapons, the bolter, the flamer, and the melta, and they will do so with extreme prejudice. Literally. They are the closest things we have to nuns in space. And I'm talking hardcore nuns. They carry holy fire on their backs. They have holy books and sigils all across their armor. Their main battle tank is a fucking pipe organ missile launcher. They have small babies that they have removed their brain capacity to make them little servant cherubs to fly around and give them ammunition and shit. They drop churches from low orbit as mini drop pods onto battles. They drop churches into battles, and they blare war hymns and holy music from their frigates in low atmosphere and shower holy water across the battlefield. These are the people you are dealing with. And
I kind of like that.
Fucking awesome. They can literally stave off demons on the tabletop because their faith is that strong. Remember the warp, the demons from the warp?
I want to see them fight.
The warp also manifests in your mind. All of your emotions, negative and positive, go through the warp. It's the immaterium, the place of all things. So if you are that mentally fortified, that mentally strong, you can stave off horrifying demons. And all these girls, not a crack. Not a crack in that mental armor. Now, as much as a meme as they are, and as much as their models look a lot like Ongo Gabloglian, which I can't unsee anymore. I gotta say, I love their design. I think they're extremely cool. They're another army that I'm currently collecting. They just released a whole new line of figures very recently, and they look
really
wonderful.
Cool.
Everything from Celestine, the living, literally undying saint, from the triumph of Saint Catherine, which is literally a funeral procession as a model. Those organ tanks I mentioned earlier. This shit is the most over-the-top badassery in a lot of the Warhammer universe. And goddamn it, is it over the top. But Sisters of Battle are so cool. While I'm a guardsman at heart, this is such a cool faction. By Bolter Shell, Flamer Burst, and Melta Blast, the mutant,
I might like them more than the Space Marines, to be honest.
Are cleansed of their sin of existence. So it has been for 5 millennia, so shall it be until the end of time. And speaking of burning demons.
Okay, I'm gonna say I really like that. I already the Adeptus Sororitas? I don't know how to. I gotta go back and look at the name, but Space Nuns is what I would call them for the unknowing actual person. But I have this fascination, and it's probably why I've enjoyed Warhammer, is I have this fascination. I'm not like a super religious person myself. I love just kind of putting my brain out there and kind of like, oh, learning about this, learning about that, and all this kind of stuff. I just love taking in information, so I try not to keep anything out. But I like the idea of when religion comes into play in stories, and why people say, like, why they have this so much faith in something. And I think that's why I find Warhammer so interesting, is that they are, like, they're so faithful, they're willing to kill and destroy for it. And that's kind of, if you really want to look into society, that's kind of what happens. And yeah, but seeing how crazy they're, the visual of them dropping freaking churches in the middle of battle and blaring their freaking, like, organ music and all that stuff in a battle seems like it would be so amazing on film. Like, I can only imagine having this massive battle, and then you just see a church flat and then like hardcore organ music, and then fucking sword fights or whatever. That would be so visually gorgeous. I would love to watch that. All right, let's check out what Grey Knights are, but we have about 20 minutes left in this of the whole video. I'm going to watch the Grey Knights, and then I'm going to stop after that, but let's check them out. Alright, let's see.
The Grey Knights are the first army I actually collected back in 7th edition. The Grey Knights are a super secretive and much more old school look at power armored knights, except they are all psychers. All of them have that crazy space magic magician shit. For every 100,000 guardsmen, there's one Grey Knight. For every 10,000 Sisters of Battle, there's one Grey Knight. For every 1,000 Space Marines, there's one Grey Knight. Grey Knights are the strongest of the strong, both in mental will and absolute just strength. These are Space Marines that are all high-level psychers, all of them able to specifically do one goal, and that is kill demons. The Emperor believed that the demons of chaos were the #1 threat to the Imperium, and he probably is right. However, this group is entirely based on doing that through a myriad of tactics. Coming from the planet, or Titan. I guess the moon of Titan in the Sol system, the Grey Knights are thrown through extremely rigorous training and are as clear of mind and soul as they possibly can be. Since the demons of the warp are the warp and your mind projects to the warp, people can go insane very fast, especially lower level psychers. These Grey Knights need to be able to harness the warp in the presence of demons and stay perfectly sane. One of their characters, one of my favorite characters,
is there a Warhammer comic book?
Castellan Crow. He has a demon
like that would be a really
blade,
good
the black blade of Mahamahama, and he has to have it on him because it tempts everyone nearby, constantly beckoning them. Use my power, use my strength, suck my penis, whatever the possibility. And so he has to keep it on him.
Wait, he's talking about a sword right now, right? Is that... That's not the same sword from Hell's Reach, right? Because there was a big moment in Hell's Reach where that guy picked up that sword and he got to use it. He was like the last knight or something like that. Is that the same thing?
All the time, as this thing whispers to him consistently, and he has to stave it off forever, being alone in his chambers or on the battlefield, because anyone who gets too close to it might be tempted a little too hard. He is that pure of heart and mind, and all the characters in the Grey Knights are basically like that. The only issue is that the Grey Knights have a scorched earth policy, more ways than one. If they're fighting demons, demons corrupt and make people crazy. So if I'm a guardsman and I'm fighting demons, and the Grey Knights arrive and they kill all the demons, I'm a risk.
That's awesome.
And so guess who's not making it out of there? On the tabletop, they're very strike fast, strike hard kind of people. They teleport all around the place. They are fast strike groups, small amounts of models because they're so dang strong. You only have so many characters, but with it, you get in there, you're very tough, very tanky, you hit really hard, and you try to bounce around the battlefield quickly, but you don't have numbers, and so every dead Grey Knight hits really damn hard. They're fun, though, if you like that kind of fast-striking kind of army. Oh, and also, Kaldor Drago is a thing. We're not even going to get into Kaldor Drago.
What?
Right, that is, oh my
Game of Thrones?
Gracious. I am the hammer. I am the mail about his fist. I am the spear in his hand. Though we are lost, I am the shield on his arm. I am the flight of his arrows. I am the hammer. I am the sword. I am the shield. I am a soldier at the battle at the end of time. Grey Knights are pretty hardcore. They are as holy as you can get.
I like
for
the
a Space
sisters.
Marine. If you like Space Marines and you want to, you know that they're holy enough, you want to be holier, Grey Knights. Now, if you want to be holier and big, let's talk Imperial Knights.
Okay, we're gonna stop at Imperial Knights because I feel like there's more. There's still like 17 minutes of this video left. That'll be part 3. But yeah, that was interesting. Space Marines obviously is what got me into this just fandom of craziness, this freaking massive universe. And but I gotta say, out of today's video, the sisters seem really awesome just because of that visual he painted of them dropping stuff and music and all that. And yeah, I just think they also look badass because I was always talking about, because like I like the way the Space Marines look, but the bulkiness thing always kind of throws me off, But the sisters look like they have badass armor and they're thin and they want to just fucking knock people out and crazy stuff like that. They just seem like they would be faster. They kind of remind me of kind of like ninjas and shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. That looks pretty badass. The sisters just look dope as well. And I just love their whole persona of this, which looks pretty cool. But that's gonna be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps out the channel. And of course, if you haven't come over and hung out on our Twitch channel, definitely do that. Link in the description. Just go hit that follow button and turn on notifications. And of course, if you want more stupid content, I'm about to hit 100 followers on TikTok. Definitely go do that. It's stupid content. It's kind of like 18 plus at times. But yeah, it's just a place to post stupid shit. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it. As always, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember to wake up in the morning and ask yourself something about my daily dose of juice. See you guys next time.